What's up, everyone? So it's just a rainy night here in Cluj, Romania, and I'm on my way to the store, and I thought I'd make a quick little video that's going to be going up on my YouTube channel about just the elements in astrology, and how one of the first things I look at when I look at a birth chart is in terms of the personal planets, what elements they are having a lot of and what elements they're deficient in. So for example, and you can determine so much based on that. So just to let you guys know, the personal planets they're not all planets, but astrologically we consider the sun, moon, planets. It's the ascendant, the sun, the moon, Venus, Mars, Mercury, and those are the ones that actually have conscious that actually have conscious functions in our personality, as opposed to the outer planets, which rule more. There's not like a Uranus function within you, right? It's more of a force, a karmic force, and it ultimately, like, it's a different story, but it's more about lessons to learn, and collective lessons, and also personal lessons. It's more based on what house it's in my experience for those ones. While the personal planets are really just like, you have a Mars function, which is like your assertiveness, your Venus function is just how you are in love, and so forth. Mercury is your mind, communication. Sorry, it's getting a little bit dark here. The sun is your ego and your pure essence of your soul and who you are, while the moon is the feminine version of that, kind of like the unconscious, and it's kind of like the yin yang with the sun and the moon, and the ascendant is like the shell, what you show the world. So yeah, like in terms of elements, obviously we have earth, air, fire, water, and you can really look at those planets. And like, for example, you have a chart like mine, you have no earth in your chart. Well, then you realize that there's certain remedies that you can prescribe, and when I say remedy, I don't necessarily mean just like a herb or something like that. It's like actually, like, you can kind of know your weaknesses and then actively do things to get better in that area. So someone with no earth might not be that grounded, they might not be that able to do things over the long run. There's tons of other stuff, right? While someone lacking fire might not have that spark, that ability to really get up and do things, and kind of like have that intuitive drive of like kind of like that deep innate understanding of like where they're headed, and that just ability to kind of self-start. They might be a little bit held back. And also, like, earth can be it can sometimes be stagnant if you have like too much earth. I see a lot of people whose charts have a lot of water and earth who sometimes have difficulty with the third chakra and with like moving forward and making decisions. And especially like when you have like Cancer and Taurus involved, I can see that, people like a lot of people with that I've observed can, they can have periods of real stuckness. So then also, like, with air, it's about like perspective. It's the mental. It's very mental, very abstract. So if you have a lot of that, you have that going on. But if you lack air, you lack perspective. You lack the ability to see the big picture. Maybe there's some, your intellectual ability is less, communication ability is less, things like that. And of course, if you lack water, water is about intuition and emotions and things like this. So you might be someone who, isn't the most connected to your emotions. That's also someone who has a lot of air. Like, they might have difficulty because air is not good with emotions. It's very mental, so you might have difficulty accessing your emotions or being in touch with your emotions, or maybe just not be that emotional a person in general. So yeah, there's different remedies and different things that you can do to actively, like myself, like I have no earth, but I'm like, a lot of people like notice how organized I am, how like I'm able to really like just make things happen. I'm mostly fire and water, but I'm able to, I don't know. But the way I see my earth showing up the most is like, I'm really good at starting things, but I haven't always been the best at following through, like building something over the years. And this astrology thing has been like one of the first things I've really done, aside from like school and stuff, that I like been able to keep the passion for. It's like the passion like comes, but then it's quite fleeting for people with charts like mine. So yeah, I encourage anyone to, like, you know, you can look it up on Google. I'm not gonna maybe I'll make another video about like different ways to deal with that, but you can easily find this out by just knowing what sign each planet in your birth chart is in, and what element. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are the fires, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio the waters, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo the earth, and Aquarius, Gemini, Libra are the air. And you can search on Google something along the lines of like remedies for like the elements, or something like that, like remedies for deficiency in different elements. So anyways, just wanted to make this video, and hope you enjoy it. Leave a comment and a like if you feel the need, and have a great day/night. Bye bye.